Okay, now here's the next part. This one's actually a recurring dream. Like, every time when I'm, like, dreaming sometimes, I'm, like, in this place, and then I suddenly, like, start spinning, or, like, the place around me starts spinning, and I get, like, really dizzy and really sick, and I hope, like, I hope to God I, like, wake up and find out it's just a dream. But, yeah. I don't like it at all, to be honest. But, yeah. This one I had, the other night. I was on a computer in the school or something. I was playing like a Mario game, but the computer had like this crazy virus that like caused a lot of jump scares to show up, and I didn't like it. Yeah, there were lots of like scary jump scares and screaming sounds and stuff. I didn't like it. This one's involving a show called Henry Danger. It's a show made by the same guy who did all those old Nickelodeon shows like Drake and Josh. Uh, it's about like this kid who becomes a superhero sidekick. It's actually kind of funny, but I don't really like it honestly. But yeah. But like I could have sworn like season 1 and 2 had like the same intro. I don't really know how to explain it, but like in season 1, when Henry was explaining what happened, when he's like, it all just kind of happened. He's wearing his Kid Danger costume, but in season 2, he's just at his home, in his normal clothing. I could have sworn that happened in the season 1 intro as well, and I don't really know what else to say about this, but yeah. This one's involving the Teletubbies episode Colors Red. I honestly could have sworn there was a US version of this episode. Basically, like, it happened like this. Everything was the same, I think. I think it might have had the same opening scene, but, like, at the end, I think they did the Magic House, apparently. I found out this happened in a Sunday special version of the episode, which was a thing they did on BBC back in the 90s and early 2000s, where they would put two episodes together, and one of the episodes would add a magical event or dance in there, but yeah. But I don't know, I could have sworn I've seen this on TV. My friend says I might have had a dream where this happened. That could be true, but, like, I don't know. Another friend of mine actually told me I might have seen unaired US version of this episode, and why? Why would that be a thing? But yeah. This one's involving the episode Mudhole when the windmill starts spinning for a TV event. I could have sworn they used a zoomed in window windmill clip, but apparently it did not. It used a zoomed out clip. In fact, it was actually one of the last episodes to use that. But yeah. This one's involving the Delilah Packing TV event. I could have sworn there was a Teletubbies home video with this TV event, but there's not. This one's involving I know it's like, I think an episode compilation. I think it's called Teletubbies Happy Birthday. It has the full episode, but I'm talking about like a home video where it shows various scenes from different episodes, not just like a bunch of episodes put together. You know, like Here Come the Teletubbies. Maybe that was the video I saw with it. But yeah. This one's involving the Rickshaw TV event. I could have sworn Tinky Winky was chosen, but he's not. This one's involving Emily washing the pony. I could have sworn Dipsy was chosen, but it's not. I think in like Rickshaw was Dipsy, and Emily washing the pony was Lala. But yeah. I could have sworn Lala was chosen for Action Story and Hanging Out the Wash. I think in both of those it was Poe. Actually, let me check which one. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna check for like Action Story. Maybe I'll like put it in the description. But yeah. And like these are and I could have sworn Poe was chosen for Snowy Story, Paddling by the Sea, and Tabla. I think the first two had Lala, and the other one, I think it might have been Lala as well. I'm not sure. But yeah. This one's involving the episode Making Fantastic Animals. I could have sworn they used the audio of Poe giggling when she gets chosen for a TV event from the later episodes instead of the one from the earlier episodes. But yeah. This one's involving the Magic Pumpkin. I could have sworn there were 4 TV events in this video, but apparently there were only like 3. I'm not sure what the 4th TV event would have been like. Maybe it would have been the Leaves TV event, Though then again, it already has catching leaves, so that would have been a bit confusing. But yeah. This one's involving the Time to Play DVD. I could have sworn the bonus features had the US narration from Rolf Saxon, but it has Tim Whitnall's narration from the UK version of the show. So yeah, that's pretty weird. This one is involving the Barney song If I Lived Under the Sea. I could have sworn this was used in the episodes A Day at the Beach, The Queen of Make-Believe, Picture This, and Be My Valentine. Yeah, a lot of those episodes are very unfitting, but, like, yeah. I'm not sure what version of the song was used in those episodes, well, at least in Be My Valentine and A Day at the Beach. This one's involving the Backyard Show cassette tape. Yeah, they released these cassette tapes based on the Backyard Gang videos. Some of the cassette tapes remove certain songs, but yeah, apparently. This one, I could have sworn the soundtrack had If You're Happy and You Know It and the Hokey Pokey, but apparently it's not on there. Yes, If You're Happy and You Know It is not on the Backyard Show soundtrack. Yeah, when I could have sworn it was used in every episode, and it was even used in the actual video. So yeah. I heard actually the cassette tape used demo recordings, which were recordings of the songs that were made as tests before the video started filming. So yeah, maybe they didn't include the song at the time. But I don't know, it's pretty weird. This one's also involving the Backyard Show. After I've been working on the railroad, there's a montage of the kids performing some of the songs that they rehearsed earlier on in the video. I could have sworn there was another montage after the Lil Bunny Foo-Foo song, but apparently there's not. It just goes right to For He's a Jolly Good Fellow, because Happy Birthday at the time was copyrighted. This one's a similar one involving the Three Wishes soundtrack. I could have sworn it had the reprise of the Rocket song, but apparently the Rocket song is only sung once. Apparently. So yeah. This one's involving If All the Raindrops. I could have sworn it was used in Barney in Concert and Barney in Outer Space. I remember Barney in Concert, I think it used the same version from What's That Shadow. And Barney in Outer Space used like a much different version of the song. It wasn't even like the same one used on the screening copy of Be My Valentine. This one's involving the Hebrew version of Barney. There were like 4 different people that played Michael in this version. There was Mickey, Hillel, Amir, and Tom. I could have sworn they were all played by Mickey. I could have sworn they were all Mickey. So, like, yeah. That's pretty weird. But yeah. This one's involving the Queen of Make-Believe, the English version. I could have sworn this had What I Want to Be instead of I'm a Little Teapot. And this is ironic because that song is actually in the Korean version of the episode. So, yeah. This one's a similar one, involving the 2 characters from the Hebrew series called Karen and Aviv. I could have sworn they were the same person. They have the same teddy bear, and they both play Kathy in this version of the series, but, like, they're not the same person. This is like, remember, like, when I said, like, Karen Season 2 looked like Dana? Yeah, that's practically kind of similar to this. This one's involving the Pledge Drive version of Playing It Safe. I've actually doing some research of this for a video I'm doing at some point. And I noticed 2 songs from the episode were removed in the Pledge Drive airing. Traffic Light song and Walk Across the Street. I think I might have actually seen this Pledge Drive airing, but I could have sworn they did not show. I could have sworn they actually did show these 2 songs, but yeah, apparently. Also, I kind of remember they didn't show that close-up shot of Barney's sore tail, kind of like on the Barney safety video. This one's involving the Season 1 episode Hop To It. I could have sworn this did not have the Move Your Body song. You know, there are lots of different ways our bodies move. You know, that song. But yeah, But actually, I could have sworn that was sung in a different season 1 episode. I'm not sure which one it was. Probably Hi Neighbor. I'm not sure. But yeah. This one's involving the Hebrew version of the episode called Hands Up in the Air or Hands on the Head. There's several different titles for this episode and it kind of annoys me. But yeah. I could have sworn the Shape Up Freeze song was sung twice, like in the English version. I could have sworn they only played the instrumental break for Animals in Motion, where they're pretending to be the different animals. But yeah. It did not. Okay. Now, this one is involving some Hebrew episodes. In some episodes, the songs, other than the theme song, are lower pitched. I could have sworn in those episodes some of the songs were normal pitch, but no, only the theme song was. And this camera won't stay up. You can barely see my face now. My camera refuses to stay where I want it to stay. So that stinks. This one's involving the Hebrew version of Eating Right. I could have sworn, Tal was in this episode. And he usually plays Sean, but, in this episode, Sean is played by someone named, I think his name is Azad. I think this is actually the only episode he appears in, unless I'm wrong. But yeah. And I could have sworn they sang the Peanut Butter song in this episode, much like in the English version, but they do not. So yeah. This one's involving both videos from the Colors and Shapes 2-pack video. I honestly could have sworn both tapes had the Mr. Knickerbocker song, but they do not. But yeah. This one's involving the Hebrew version of the Treasure Rainbow Beard called Colors. I could have sworn the DVD had sing-along subtitles. That's what some Hebrew Barney DVDs have, but this one does not. I could have sworn they sang the Old Brass Wagon in this episode, but they don't. It's ironic because the song is kept in some other international airings of this episode, but not this, apparently. And the song actually does play as an instrumental at one point in the episode, but, it's not sung. And this one's involving the English version of the episode. I don't know why. I could have sworn they sang Wave the Flags, but, it did not. Instead, it was in red, blue, and circles too. But yeah. This one's involving the Hebrew version of Happy Birthday Barney, just known as Happy Birthday. I could have sworn Tal was in most of the episode, but in this episode, Sean is played by, what's his name? Amir, who usually plays, Michael. So that's pretty weird. He does appear at the end of the episode, but, yeah, apparently. I could have sworn they used the Season 1 instrumental for Everyone's Special, but they did not. And this one's involving the Spanish version of the episode. I could have sworn they sang the peanut butter, I could have sworn they sang the Frosting the Cake song in this, but they did not, because they used the tune to the peanut butter song, which is copyrighted. I also could have sworn they had a Spanish episode that had the peanut butter song. But yeah. This one's involving the Hebrew version of Alphabet Soup, aka Aleph Bet. I could have sworn they sang the ABC song, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, except the letters were, different. It wasn't like the Aleph Bet song that was sung in Barney in concert. It was like the ABC song, but in Hebrew. But yeah. I don't know. That's pretty weird. This one's involving the Korean version of Our Earth, Our Home. I could have sworn they sang My Aunt Came Back, but they did not. So, yeah. There's these two puppet characters named Kobe and Dee-Doo. I think that's how you pronounce it. And they're this show's version of Scooter and Miss Etta. And I could have sworn they were in every episode, but they're not. They're only in the episodes without BJ and Baby Bop, mostly because they're played by the same people. And they're also not in Our Earth, Our Home. So yeah. This one's involving the episode Hi Neighbor. I could have sworn this had the Alphabet Soup song, but I was confusing it with the episode Alphabet Soup. This one's involving the Barney Collection 2 Hebrew VHS. Yeah, on this video, they show a scene from Aleph Bet where they sing The Ants Go Marching, and it's sung in 3 verses instead of 2, but I could have sworn it was sung in 2. But yeah. But that's it for now.